It is only when we truly know and understand we have limited time on earth, and we have no way of knowing when our time is up, that we will begin to live each day to the fullest, as if it were the only one we have. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. To those who stay put, the world is but an imaginary place. But to the movers, the makers, and the shakers, the world is all around, an endless invitation. So the only question left to ask yourself is, where should you go now?"
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Motivation Monday, Money Making Monday, whatever you want it to be, Positive Monday. And I am Ali Madawi, your host with Avocado Toast, with a brand new installment of Yup Daily. And boy, I am so excited and I cannot hide it, because today we're going to talk about your GPS to generating some money for your business, because cash flow is important. Now, with that being said, I want to welcome some of our friends from all over the world. Hello, Evangelina. Good morning, Paul. How you doing, buddy? Hey, Angelina. Good morning. Upstate New York is in the house. Winnie from Sydney, Australia. Hey. I so appreciate you. Arizona. What's going on, Mary Ann? New Jersey, Elizabeth. Hey, Laurie, what's going on? Kelly Block from PA. Keep it coming. All right. Good morning. So let's talk about it. We're going to talk about your GPS of generating income, of generating revenue, or generating sales for your business. This is an important piece, because if you're not generating revenue for your business, you have a very expensive hobby. You may be doing so many different things, but you are in business, so you got to make sure that it is worth your time, because if you're not generating revenue, you're not really making any impact on the marketplace. And with that, let's go after it. So there are three acronyms, right? There's or three letters. There's the G, there's the P, and there's the S. And I'm going to give you different perspectives on how that is supposed to be. So the very first piece, I'll get that out of the window. The very first piece is making sure that the G, you're generating leads. So you have to generate leads before you generate sales. Now, whether you're doing automation, whether you're doing ad tag message, whether you're doing email marketing, whether you're doing influencer marketing, I don't care what the strategy is per se. You do whatever works best for you, but you have to generate leads. If you are not generating leads, I am telling you right here, right now, I can predict $0, because there is no one that's going to just come to you and say, here, take my money. That's not how it works. You must generate leads. So you have to identify what is the best way for you to generate leads. If you're in network marketing, my recommendation, ad tag message. If you are in traditional business, my recommendation is make sure that you incentivize everybody around you that's already coming and spending their money in your place. And there's, again, so many different ways that we can go about it, but you have to generate leads. If you're not generating leads, you're not going to generate any revenue, okay? So that's the G on GPS. P, I'm going to give you two different sides of the P. The very first one is to pre-qualify. Many of you who have worked with me know I always say I don't prospect everyone, but I do pre-qualify everyone. So in many cases, there are people who, no matter what, I'll look you up, I'll check you out, I might not prospect you. And the reason is I don't feel like our core values align, or I don't feel like you are ready to be involved in something else, or whatever it may be, and that's an important piece. I highly recommend that you take the time and pre-qualify individuals. Have you ever, let me know in the comment, have you ever worked with somebody or have been hired to speak or to coach someone And then sometime down the line, you said, what was I thinking? I wish this person was not spending any money on my company. I wish this person was not part of my business, right? And it's not that that person is a horrible human being. It's just they weren't ready in their growth journey, that all of a sudden it became really, really hard for you to maintain and manage their expectation, that no matter how much value you've given that person, they just didn't see it. And they just kept on asking for more. Oh no, this is why I'm not successful, and this is why I'm not successful, and this is why I'm not successful. And you're like, okay, well, I'm successful. You didn't do what I'm doing. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do everything else, right? So pre-qualify the individual. Don't just prospect he or she. Okay. So that's the first part is to pre-qualify. The second part is to prospect. So when it comes to prospecting, you don't want to spam people. You actually want to build some kind of a relationship. And when they are, again, pre-qualified, that the timing is right, or it is the right person, or the right candidate, or the right conversation, you want to intentionally prospect. What does it mean to intentionally prospect? Say what you mean and mean what you say. Hey, the reason I'm reaching out to you is because I'm expanding a company, and I totally 100% utterly would love nothing more but to collaborate and work with you. And the reason you want to be intentional is, you ever been a really, like in a really good friendly conversation, and you're going back and forth, you're going back and forth, you're going back and forth, and you're talking to that person, and you know, somewhere along the line, they're like, oh, by the way, you've heard of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin? You're like, that's why you're being all friendly with me, right? So especially if you have the right person, you want to make sure that you are intentional. A lot of people are afraid of, when is it the right time for me to talk to someone about business, right? For me personally, let the person ask you. So create the scenario, create a situation where that person himself or herself are going to say things like, so what are you up to nowadays? What are you doing business-wise? Are you still in business? Hey, I saw something about some company that you're marketing, whatever it may be. And the best way to do that is to genuinely, keyword, genuinely, have meaningful conversations with that individual, not just a scripted one just to get to, all right, is he going to tell me what do I do yet? Is he asking me what do you do yet? Is he asking me yet? You don't want to have that mindset. You want to be genuine about it. In other words, you don't operate in your time and you operate on theirs. So you may have a good, healthy conversation, and they might not ask right away. Move on, keep on maintaining. If you're generating enough leads, you don't have to be desperately chasing one person, right? So making sure that you are prospecting intentionally and having meaningful conversations about, hey, by the way, I don't know if the timing is right or not in your life, but I'd love to share with you something that I've been removing financial stress from my family with. See, that's something that's very subtle. I want to share something with you. And they may say yes, they may say no. If they say no, that's okay. Hey, would you mind if I just keep you posted every now and then and follow up in a couple of weeks or a couple of months? Cool, keep it moving. So I go intentionally about business. And if I get no thank you, I fall back on relationship building. A lot of people, they just stay in the friend zone, right? For a friendship, and they never talk business. I intentionally create a scenario situation where a business conversation is going to take place. And if they're not ready to join, or they're not ready to do business with me, or whatever the case may be, I fall back into relationship building. Make sense? Good. So that's the P. Now let's talk about the S. We talked about generating leads with the G. We talked about prospecting or pre-qualifying with the P. What do you think the S stands for? Let me see here. Can you guess what the S stands for? And keep it clean for those of you who are on Twitter. Don't curse, because that's not it. What does the S stand for? Anybody? S. Generate leads, pre-qualify and prospect. And what's the S for GPS? Anybody? System. That's a good guess. You're giving me a hard word, Coach Papa. Synchronicity. See, I got to learn a new word now. No, that's not it. Sell? Not really. Serve. Before you expect and anticipate a sale to be generated, you have to serve the individual a certain amount of value, right? If you don't serve valuable information or valuable product or valuable offer, or whatever it is, you got to serve the community. See, successful entrepreneurs are those who serve other individuals, and they get paid very well for it. It really comes down to just that. You got to serve other individuals. And when you have a servant mentality, yeah, I know you did. When you have a servant mentality, it comes across with abundance. It comes across with, I don't lack anything. I just want to offer and give. Why do I come here every single day? And not just here, but everywhere throughout the whole day. I mean, do you understand that 90% of what I do, I just give away free value all day long? 90% of the time, all free, all day, every day, like I'm doing with you right here, right now. Why? It's because I know I got to earn my stripes. Before there is a sale or a financial transaction, I have to give enough value because I compete with YouTube. It's a free platform. There's like millions of videos every single day that are being uploaded on it, right? So in order to win over that individual that you are working with or working on as a prospect, you got to serve them. So I'll give you an example of how you can serve somebody. You know, one of my pet peeves is every single day I get, like, whether it's in LinkedIn, wherever it may be, right? Every day, two categories that hit me up the most: network marketers and digital virtual assistants, or, creating an SEO or whatever the case may be. Now, here's what happens. I get like paragraph, link, video, right? Like not even a hello. Let me know if you're interested. And I'm like, man, I was like so tacky, so cheesy. I ignore those. I don't even open it. And if it's from a friend, I unfriend immediately, because you didn't respect me enough to even say hello. You just literally walked in my living room and slapped a flyer on my TV and walked right out. That is not, like, disrespectful, right? The other hand is the SEO guys, right? Same exact thing. They like, we offer, we do this service. Let us know if you want to set up a consultation. I'm like, again, you're just throwing a slice of cheese, treating me like everybody else, probably an automated system. You're not even taking the time to identify if I'm the right candidate and how you can truly help me, right? If you don't know my business, how can you help me? That's really how I look at it. But here's what I would do. So I've actually had this happen once, and this is how the digital team that I personally have for my brand, this is how I ended up doing business with them 5 years ago. I've received a full analysis of a website that I had 5 years ago. Now, obviously, that was a website that I built myself, and I was trying to do it all the cheapo way, right? The cheap people way. And what ended up happening is that individual, his name is AB. AB sends me a full analysis. We've evaluated your website, and we've identified few of these areas where you can increase your visibility, you can increase traffic, and definitely 10x your sales. And I mean, in details, full description. It's as if this person says, here, this is what you need, go make money. And in the bottom, it says, if you need us to do it for you, would love the privilege to work together. But if you can handle it on your own, this is everything you need to upgrade and optimize your website. I was like, wow, I have never had anybody do anything like that for me. This is someone who took the time and did a full analysis about my website. That's called serving. You may not even hit me back or call me back or anything like that. I just spent time out of my pocket and my family, and I gave you everything, right? That's why that person for 5 years now, every single week, I paid him like clockwork every week. And it's not him. His team has grown to 27 people. So my question to you is, how are you serving your prospects? How are you serving your community? Or are you just asking for the sale? If you're just asking for the sale, you deserve the no that you keep getting. But if you are serving individuals, I've had a gentleman that I've been reaching out to and interacting with. He's a network marketing professional, a good $500,000 to $1 million a year. And since 2014, I've been hitting him up, trying to do business with him. He recently hit me up. Hey, let's talk. But you know why? I've never pushed a sale. Never done business since 2014. But I always show up and serve. Hey, what's up? Let's catch up. Hey, what's up? Here's what I think you should do. Here's what I think you should do. And I do it with everybody across the board. This is why you can generate sales when you serve individuals. So again, generate leads, pre-qualify and prospect, and then serve individuals, serve your community. If you're not humble enough to serve others, you don't deserve to be in business. That's just the reality of it. Excuse me. So in any case, I hope that you now have the GPS of generating some business today. And throughout the whole day, by the way, There are so many webinars that are taking place. At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a freebie sales and business development webinar. If you want access to that, just hit me up personally or drop it in the comments, and then I can give you access via Messenger. And it's going to be about 45 minutes of just content, a lot of value. And that's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you definitely want to hit me up if you want to be part of that. And I look forward to our community at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Boy, we're back to basics. We got a back to basics training. And you know, when we do the back to basics, they're always fire. We may even do a hot seat. All right. Appreciate, I love each and every one of you. And until tomorrow, have a good day, everybody.